Thank you very much, Peter. My name is Stuart Matheson. Some of you may have met me or will know of me as one of the regional reps at the TBA. I cover Wales and the West, although there are many other reps around the UK doing a similar role. Obviously, the reason we're all in breeding is, about designing horses, champions, hopefully, of tomorrow. And being in at the very beginning, being able to actually, as was mentioned before by Philip, actually being able to determine the type of breeding and the horses, and being in at the initial stage. And of course, for all of us, I think many of you will know a lot more than me about breeding. And as a regional rep, we don't pretend to know any more than anybody else. We are simply here to represent the TBA on a regional level. And I think Philip mentioned before about the TBA and what it offers to members. And I think on top of everything else, we've got the Great British Bonus, which as regional reps, we've seen an increase in membership, in new members at least, coming into the association. And I hope that we've introduced we now send you a welcome email with the various contact details for your local rep. Please don't be afraid to use them. We're here to help and to support you. Obviously, you get all the technical support, and I think you've seen some of that today, both within the TBA, and Peter's very actually quite simplified, although kind of quite daunting processes about exporting animals elsewhere. Maybe you need a regional rep just to have a cup of tea and mop your brow when you've dealt with all that paperwork. But I think the TBA actually does punch above its weight. It's a relatively small membership. Certainly, it's not an expensive membership. I hasten to add that's no reason to put the fees up, but it does punch above its weight, and it actually does represent you. So whilst absolutely you can pick the phone up and you can speak to the team in Newmarket, and I know from personal experience, they're always there to support and to guide. And if they can't help, they'll point you in the right direction to people who can. And that's quite something when we're here on, when you're out there on your own, running a business and you need some support. It's wonderful to be able to contact those people. But as regional reps, it's important also that, there might be some things that you would like to discuss or that you would like to be brought forward to the board. And as regional reps, we can canvass opinion, we can coalesce opinion, we can crystallize it, and perhaps be able to pass that back to the board. And we certainly have regional representative meetings, etc., as well. So that's important for us to be part of that process. But the TBA, like any membership organisation, is there for you to use. And I absolutely agree with Philip's point that there are more reasons to join the TBI than there ever will be not to. Next slide, please. So a little bit about what at least I see, and I think the regional reps see our role as. We're not selling anything. We're not here to replace any of the very professional and insights and knowledge that's available through the TBA. But what we are here is to support that. We're here to, as I've said to you, to talk to members. And I know that with COVID currently, it's been a real problem. I mean, it's really been quite sad to not be able to go out and visit people, not be able to introduce ourselves, not be able to talk to you and see your stud farms and vice versa, come and visit. Probably the most important thing is that we've not been able to arrange the very successful regional events that we've had. We're going into now a second year where we've been unable to do that. And for those of you that have ever been on a regional day out, that they get you access to places where, they're almost money can't buy events. And you get to meet people, you get to meet like-minded people at a regional event, seeing something which isn't necessarily open to the public. And we take pride in putting those together, and it does take work, and we have obviously support from head office, etc. But when we eventually we're already thinking about what we're going to do for this year, COVID regulations permitting. But when you get that invite, please, you know, take a look at it. It's normally good value for money. We try and make it as good value as we possibly can. But importantly, it's about networking. It's about getting out from behind the gates of your stud farm and actually coming out and meeting like-minded people. And of course, you know, we've talked about racing welfare, and we have spoken about some of the issues facing racing and breeding, and some of the challenges. And we are there as a friendly face, as a sounding board, as somebody who is there to support you, hopefully with the like-minded kind of attitude that I mentioned previously. So please don't hesitate to use your regional rep, both contacting them. If you're mad, invite them in for a cup of tea and a biscuit. If you'd like them to come and visit you, absolutely love to do it. But please make good use of us. Next slide, please. So as I say, we're not here to sell anything. Generally speaking, we'll have been through something similar, and if we haven't, we'll certainly know somebody who has. Sometimes it's just really having a local knowledge about, you know, if your horse box breaks down, do you know somebody else who could help out? It's about finding perhaps nursing mares. It's about finding decent suppliers, or, you know, people to support your business, or indeed people to support you on a personal basis. It is a tough business for us all. It's becoming tougher. You know, there's lots more regulation. There's lots more paperwork, stuff that isn't necessarily something that we all came into the business to do. And don't forget that, you know, we should be talking to one another. It's a great healer. And we've heard about all the wonderful things that are available through racing welfare from Kay. But, you know, sometimes it's just a matter of talking to somebody. Sometimes it's just a matter of sharing the burden, asking for some kind of support in that way. And as I say, we know your region, we know your area. You know, we particularly in our area, we've got people who live all around it that can help you as and when it's needed. And you know, sometimes we forget that we sit in our little bubble within our stud farms, and yes, we have our staff and we have our suppliers, etc. But you know, sometimes it's just a matter of picking the phone up or having a visit, and it can really infuse you on a bad day. And that's hopefully something that we can add, that dimension that we can add if needed. Next slide, please. So in summary, you know, we're not a replacement in contacts in the office, because there's some great information there. Neither are we to replace the likes of racing welfare or TBAs, etc. But, you know, we're here to help you. It's difficult, obviously, at the moment to visit you and vice versa. But hopefully we'll be along to see you shortly. Hopefully we'll give you a call and tell you that we're on the way, and you'll say yes. Please make your reps welcome, and likewise we are here for you in that respect. Of course, if you have any ideas, please communicate them to us, or obviously to head office. But you know, if you want to have a chat and what do you think kind of thing, then obviously we have the ability to represent you in that respect. And tell us, I mean, I've told you what we believe is the role of the representative, but most importantly, tell us what you need. We're here to help you. So please don't hesitate to ask us to represent you or to help you, support you in any other way. And don't forget, we're only a call away, and hopefully when COVID allows, a visit away. We look forward to seeing you in the course of the hopefully next few months. Please, when you see those regional days, please think about coming along. They are great fun, and they're good value as well. Good opportunity to meet us as the reps, and most importantly, one another. And I think, as I say, good luck with the remains of the foaling season and the covering season. And hopefully, one of your reps will be in touch in the next few weeks and months.